Hi, this is Sarah here from Crafting and Stamping, and I'm here with another quick tip for you today. And this one is all about embossing folders. In fact, there might be a couple of tips along the way. So with our embossing folders, you're going to be able to get a debossed side and an embossed side. And the way we do it is we just sandwich the card within the embossing folder. Excuse me if you can hear my dog moving about under the desk. So I like to get that lined up on the front like that. And our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine is great because it tells you right on the platform what you need to use. So using with a 3D embossing folder, we need platform 1, which is this one, and we need platform 4, which is this one, and you just pop that in there and that through there. Now it does give you a tip here as well. Insert the embossing folder hinge first. So that is our hinge, so you want to put that first through the embossing folder. So that is sort of the first tip. And I just get my machine. We've got the hinge there at the front, and we're just going to wind our embossing plate through like that, and you get a nice image. I've actually put that through upside down. If you want the embossed side, the embossed side is with the Stampin' Up logo. So that is pretty much how we do the embossing. But I'm going to show you another quick tip here, because sometimes you might have a cardstock possibly that cracks a little bit. I actually can't see any cracking on this, but sometimes you get a cardstock that cracks a bit, and you might want to use this tip. But I would also use it generally as long as you've got time for cardstock to dry. I'm using one of our little mini misters. This one is just filled with water. If you use rubbing alcohol, a mix of rubbing alcohol and water that's been boiled in the kettle, it's essentially distilled water. If you use that as a mix, then the cardstock will dry quicker. And what we want to do, we just want to spritz from a distance so that the cardstock is covered. You don't need a lot of water, you don't want it saturated, you just want it, you can see there that we get a little bit of bowing as it's already starting to dry. That just breaks the fibres down a little bit, so it prevents the cardstock from cracking, and we actually get a slightly crisper image when we send it through the embossing folder. So I'm going to just pop that back in and pop this through again. Excuse the clanging while I do that. So again, it went through hinge first. So I've just used plain water in here. Sorry, plain water in my mister, because we definitely can all manage that. And then I'm going to need to leave it to dry just for a little while, about 10-15 minutes. But can you see, let me see if I can show you these. You do get a crisper image with the one that's been spritzed. If you use the rubbing alcohol mix, it dries quicker. That's the only difference between using rubbing alcohol and water. But you just get that slightly crisper embossed image. And that's what I've done. I've used the water spritz on this one to create this card. So I hope that little tip helps. Please subscribe to my channel for more quick tips in the future, and I'll see you again next week.